Durag Wisdom here, folks, and welcome to Earth date Y2k17.11.09. Ladies and gentlemen, I was ecstatic when the Democrats won in Virginia, New Jersey. When I found out, of course, in New York State that they overturned this constitutional convention. I heard that many Republicans lost across the board. I remember last year at this time, it's been a year since the toilet flushed and the fecal matter rained down on us, and it's still raining on us. I remember after that day, I spent like 2-3 weeks in depression, cursing every moment I thought about this son of a bitch, this piece of crap that's been flushed into our lives, this traitorous scum. Now right now they're going to mess with our taxes. That's the next thing. They want to mess with our taxes. Give all the money to their rich sons of bitch and greedy bastard friends who have helped make our world worse than it's ever been. With all this money that people have in the world, these rich sons of bitches, if they were to take a fraction, each one of them, of their wealth and shared it with the world to make it a better place, we would have a better world. So although I was happy about this election, this results of this last election, I still have room to feel wary. Because they say that the turnout was light again as usual in this off year election, and we know that gerrymandering, Citizens United, we also know that voter suppression is still in force. So as long as these are in force, and as long as we know there are at least 700,000, at least 1 million at least, registered voters who support this creep Trump no matter what, who will vote in blocks, in one big block. So in the next elections, if not enough of the liberal side comes out, stays apathetic, and the combination of Citizens United, the combination of gerrymandering, the combination of voter suppression, the combination of these fanatic Trump stuppins out there, and in combination with the fact that the Democratic Party still doesn't have a message. It still hasn't embraced what it should, its progressive ideals. I am so sick and tired of wishy-washy, middle-of-the-road corporate Democrats. And if they run another corporate Democrat in 2020 against the creep, I don't know. I don't have a lot of hope in that. And the other thing that I don't have a lot that I'm concerned about is the fact that I'm constantly hearing from the pundits that the Republican Party has not accomplished anything legislatively. Okay, but they did get a Supreme Court justice in, right? They did steal that seat. So for 40 years, the generations that are young now are going to be persecuted by this creep, okay? And the Trump creep, the traitor, is on track, accomplishing, destroying the State Department, destroying the EPA, destroying our national parks, giving up on these, destroying regulations that help keep us from being poisoned by these greedy corporations. Think of Flint and the filthy, dirty water they drank because of the Republican Party there, see? I don't want to start yelling, but it just makes me think. The pundits have it wrong. They may have accomplished nothing legislatively, the GOP, but every day they have accomplished a great deal of their agenda through this creep, through his cabinet. Destruction of the Education Department, destruction of the EPA, as I said, destruction of the Commerce Department, destruction of the State Department, I said before. This is our buffer to keep us out of war. I have a lot of hope about this election. I have a lot of hope, even though I sound so negative. We have an indivisible. We have a resistance. We have active women. We see that people who were elected were very diverse, extremely diverse, a slap in the face to this racist slime. We see that Steve Hitler Bannon was made to look a fool, and he should be made to look a fool. And they should take a pole and shove it up his fundament, out his mouth. That's for another topic. But the fact is, these folks are still here with us. The Trump-Putin clown is still in there. And the GOP is still in control. Still trying to push its agenda some way or other. It's a religious extremist crap. It's totalitarian traitorous shit. It's Putinism. It's Trumpism. It's hatred. And it has another year before the 2018 election, midterm election, to accomplish more and more crap. If they can't do it legislatively, have no fear, because the clown, the traitor, the birther bastard is busy at work with his cabinet, undermining our environment, our planet, our lives, every way that they can. We can't sue the banks anymore for fucking us over. You understand? He's working, doing his thing, behind the scenes, without the Congress. And he'll have another whole year to get us into a war, maybe nuclear. We may not have a next election because there won't be any planet. I have a lot of hope that we will overcome this bastard. Like this person that I ran into, this person from Britain who said to me he has a lot of faith in the goodness of America. Okay. I hope we have something in America, some good in America that can get us out of the shit that we're in now. This attack that we're under, this war that we're in. And as much as I was, my hopes were raised, and I did cheer when I heard that how the Democrats got through these creeps yesterday, but I also remember that I'm not going to delude myself. I have to dig in. I have to dig a deeper foxhole. I have to get ready. Look out there. Get ready for the battles to come, because it's not over. They are being pushed into a corner, and that crazy creep Trump is being pushed into a corner. And if you don't think they're going to come back at us with worse crap, then I got a bridge to sell you, folks. I've said this before. It's going to get very, very ugly, and we have to fortify ourselves, and we have to take over the Democratic Party to give it the message we need to give. That we're not taking any more crap from these right-wing religious extremist totalitarians. That we're going to fight for the goodness and greatness of our country and its Constitution. To be continued.